Hey everyone, welcome to the Hey Jen podcast. Today we're diving into H.P. Lovecraft's eerie tale, The Diary of Alonzo Typer. Let's get started.
Awesome. I'm really excited. So, what's this story, what's it about?
Well, it's presented as a diary found in the ruins of a sinister old house. The house belonged to a family called Vander Hale, who were suspected of witchcraft and, dark rituals.
Oh, that already sounds spooky. So who is Alonzo Typer?
He's an occult researcher who decides to explore the house.
Right.
He disappears, and his diary is the only trace left of him.
So the diary details his experiences inside the house?
Exactly. As he explores, he, encounters strange phenomena, eerie sounds,
Like what?
shadowy figures, and he finds ancient books containing forbidden knowledge.
Wow, classic Lovecraft.
Absolutely. And the house seems almost alive, like it's trapping him there.
Yikes.
He tries to leave, but finds the briars have grown to block his path.
That's terrifying. Does he realize what's happening?
He starts to understand that he's being drawn into something much bigger, that the house and the family had connections to, ancient cosmic entities.
So the usual cosmic horror elements come into play?
Exactly. He mentions names like Yian Ho and references texts like the Necronomicon. He feels that unseen presences are watching him.
That's so creepy. Why doesn't he just leave?
Well, it's like he's compelled to stay. His curiosity and obsession with uncovering the truth override his fear.
Right. You know, sometimes I wonder why Lovecraft's characters don't just, run the other way.
Haha. Yeah, that's a good point. But I think it adds to the tension, their inability to escape their fate.
True. So what happens next?
As Walpurgis Night approaches, a night associated with witchcraft,
Oh,
Typer
boy.
decides to perform a ritual to contact these ancient beings.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Definitely not smart. He finds a key and a locked vault in the cellar, believing it will lead him to ultimate knowledge. But when he opens it, he's confronted with unspeakable horrors.
Does the diary describe what he sees?
It hints at it, but the descriptions are vague and unsettling, typical of Lovecraft's style. The diary ends abruptly as he's dragged away by unseen forces.
That's chilling. So we're left to imagine his fate?
Exactly. It leaves you with a sense of dread and the unknown.
You know, sometimes I feel like Lovecraft's vagueness can be, frustrating, don't you think?
Well, I can see that. But I think it allows the reader's imagination to fill in the blanks, making it even more terrifying.
I suppose. But a little more detail wouldn't hurt?
Haha, perhaps. But that's part of his charm. He taps into the fear of the unknown.
Fair enough. So what themes stand out in this story?
Definitely the dangers of forbidden knowledge and the insignificance of humanity in the face of cosmic entities.
Yeah, and the idea that some secrets are better left undiscovered.
Exactly. Typer's fate is a cautionary tale.
You mentioned earlier that the house feels alive. Can you, elaborate on that?
Sure, the house seems to respond to Typer's actions.
Okay.
The briars grow to prevent his escape, unseen entities move things around, and the atmosphere becomes increasingly oppressive.
It's like the house is a character itself.
Precisely. Lovecraft often uses settings as characters, adding to the overall horror.
That's fascinating. So, would you recommend this story to horror fans?
Absolutely. It's a great example of cosmic horror. But, as you mentioned, the language can be dense, so it's not for everyone.
Yeah, but for those who appreciate that style, it's a gem.
Definitely. It's a haunting tale that stays with you.
Any favorite moments from the story?
I'd say the part where he discovers the ancient books in the attic.
Oh, yeah.
The sense of dread as he realizes what he's getting into is palpable.
I like the imagery of the hill with the standing stones. It adds to the mystique.
Yes, it's like there's a whole history that's only hinted at.
Exactly. So, any final thoughts?
Just that The Diary of Alonzo Typer is a compelling read that exemplifies Lovecraft's mastery of cosmic horror.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for sharing your insights.
My pleasure. Thanks for the great conversation.